Shabbat Shalom.
Wait, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is so wonderful to have everybody here tonight, to have everybody gathered to eat together, to be together, to sing together, and in a few moments to dance together. This is our Temple Sinai band. They've been around for a while. They wear black because they're serious musicians, I just want you to know. And one of them, you know, every kid in the 50s had to learn to play the accordion because it was going to be the most popular instrument ever, right? Absolutely, and now it is. And now, Deborah Knox is a bubby just this week. Say Mazel Tov. Where's Paul and Tal? Say Mazel Tov to them. They have a week-old baby here. Is Hannah Koblenz here? No, they went home. That's okay. And we have a fabulous, wonderful speaker, somebody who's inspired me. I've been a rabbi for more than 33 years, and he has inspired me every step of the way, even though I never studied with him in a class. Rabbi Larry Hoffman is here from Hebrew Union College, Jewish Institute of Religion. Say Baruch Haba.
Baruch haba.
It's wonderful to welcome you here. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Now, I have to tell you, I am third-generation Reform, and I came from the shah still, sit still. That was entirely Reform Judaism. The rabbi would speak, the choir would sing from 50 feet above, and we would sit there and go, This is not that shul. This is not that service. This is the service where when you hear dancing music, dance. And if you can only dance in your chair, do a chair dance. But don't be surprised if I come down and tell you I want to dance in a circle with you. In the middle of the service, when we do Micha Mocha, we'll do a huge dance with all the kids, and I'll take them out into the front area by the Krieger entrance, and we'll do songs and stories out there as the service continues. And then we'll have a short time with Dr. Hoffman tonight. Right, Rabbi, Doctor, what do you want to be? Larry. You want to be Larry. And he's going to talk here for people who can't stay late. Then we'll have our Oneg Shabbat, and then we'll be upstairs in the Barnett Chapel for those who want to have a more in-depth talk to start off this incredible Scholar in Residence weekend in honor of the 70th anniversary of Temple Sinai. Say Yesher Koach
Shkach.
To all of us. So,
But I wanted to just add one thing to what Rabbi Gibson said. We always want everybody to participate. This is not a service that's done for you, it's with you. But as you can hear, this is as much voice as I have tonight.
This is her basso profundo tonight.
Really want...
You got to sing.
I want you to sing with all you got. And I think you'll love the atmosphere that we all create together.
The visual tefillah, as always, is provided by Rabbi Karen Corbin. We're so delighted, and you surprise me every time with slides I do not know, and the ones that I happen to love. So we'll see what you do tonight, okay? So
a few other things before we start our service. One is that we have the service streamed not only so that people who are home can see the service, but also so that if anybody gets even too fidgety to be in this space or needs a quieter space to be in, the Malakoff conference room will have the service streamed as well, which we're now affectionately calling our fidget room. And if you cannot see these slides, I do have outlines both here and at the entrance to the sanctuary so that you can follow the service in your prayer book.
In your prayer book with page numbers. Otherwise, please enjoy the visual tefillah. All right, what are we starting with?
Hinei Matov.
I know that one. Hinei Matov.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יא לה 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 לה. יא לה 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 לה. יא לה 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 לה. הנה מה לה 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 לה. לה 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 לה. יא לה 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 לה. יא לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יא לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יא לה 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 לה. יא לה 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 לה. יא לה 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 לה. יא לה 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 לה. יא לה 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 לה. הושבתם מים בששון, ממענה הישוע. Need your voices. מים בששון, ממענה הישוע. מים, 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 מים. Hey, מים. Go ahead. Go ahead. Shatem mayim b'sason, mimayne ha-Yeshua. Shatem mayim b'sason, mimayne ha-Yeshua. Mayim, 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 hey mayim b'sason. Mayim, 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 hey mayim b'sason. Hey, 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 mayim, 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 mayim b'sason. Mayim, 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 mayim b'sason.
Philip, will you please bring your parents up for the blessings that start off Shabbat? If you are able in your seat, please rise. You read first. Right into the mic.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Okay. Go vertically. You do it. Vertically. There you go. Oh, you're so clever. There you go. Got it. There. Now give it a good blow. There we go. Blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlek ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. We're going to continue with Kiddush. Philip is part of the celebration of his bar mitzvah with the Braslawski family. He's going to lead us in Kiddush tonight, and he's going to start, and we'll come in the middle. You got to take both. Adults are learn to balance books and Kiddush cups. There we go. Start.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah l'mikra'e kodesh zecher l'tzion mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta v'otanu Shabbat Kodecha B'Ahava Uvratzon Hinchatanu Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. It's just juice. Give some to your folks. There you go. Mazel tov. Okay, you can go back down. Okay. Put it down. Hey, mazel tov. Mazel tov. There we go. L'chuna ranana. We love l'chuna ranana. What? Okay. Start sing. We start and we'll sing. Okay. If you don't know it, you know la-las. Or? Let's see what kids really fun. Grab her hand. You lead us. Oh, you're so fast.
Charlotte, join them.
This way. Judah, take his hand. Arms. Wait, what's the next one? What's the next one? Shirul Adonai. Oh, stand.
Shirul Adonai, Shiru Shir Chadash,
You know this.
Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai,
You want to lead us again? Let go of his hand. Let go of his hand. Let go of his hand. Lead us anywhere you want.
Shirul Adonai, Baruch Hu Shema.
Oh my gosh, you're dragging.
Shirul Adonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Baruch Hu Shema. Basru meyom meyom Yeshuato.
Shirul Adonai, Baruch Hu Shemo.
Basru meyom meyom Yeshuato.
We're not performing. We're praying. Pray with your hands if you don't know the words.
Shirul Adonai,
Kol Haaretz.
Shirul Adonai, Shiru Shir Chadash.
You're such a good leader.
Shirul Adonai.
Adonai, Kol Haaretz. Wait, let's see what the next song is. What is it? L'chadodi. Now, l'chadodi, we do verses of the traditional 9 verses. We do 1, 2, 5, and 9. And we do a neat trick here. We want you to follow the verses and sing along. And on verse 9, we want you to face the rear and do it from memory, even if you don't know it. At the last line, Boi Kala, may the bride come in, we bow to Jan Fink over there. She's going to be the bride over there. And who's going to be the bride over there? Judy Mahan, you're going to be the bride for Shabbat over there. But when everybody rises and faces the rear, it's to greet the Shabbat bride. Let's see what tune we have for L'chadodi tonight. Okay? Oh, I like this. This is marching. L'chadodi li malach
דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת מקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבורך נשמיענו, המיוחד אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד אשר תפארת ואלי תהילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונחכים, מקור הברכה מראש מקדם, נעשו חסר מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת מקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי,
In, out, in, out, in, out. Hayik miga, out, in. Hold your hand. Please rise and face the rear. Stand still. We're all going to face the rear. We're going to face the rear. The Sabbath bride. Oh, Eve Shalom, Ateret Bahala Agam Besimcha, Oh, Vetzola, Toch Emune, Aham Segu. We bow to the left. Boi Kala to the right. Boi Kala. Shalom Aleichem. Oh, I like this. This is Sheldon Lowe's. Okay, this is kind of a little funky. Okay, you have to get your hands
Those
ready.
claps are going to repeat.
1, 2, 3. So.
מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם מלכי השרת מלכי עליון. מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברוכם לשלום מלכי השלום מלכי עליון. מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם מלכי השרת מלכי עליון. ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. מלכי עליון. ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם מלכי השרת מלכי עליון. ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום מלכי השלום מלכי עליון. ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם מלכי השרת מלכי עליון. ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. לכם מלכי השרת מלכי עליון. ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Go back to your seats.
La la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. I got nothing. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. Ya la la ya la la. Ya la la la.
Almost. We'll work on that. If you are able to, please rise for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabba.
Amen.
Yolma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon u'byomechon. U'chayei nechol beit Yisrael. Bahagala, u'bizman kariv. V'yimaru.
Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach. Le'olam le'olam
Yibarach, v'yishtabach, v'yipa'ar, v'yitzamah, v'yanaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei kodesha, le'elam v'kol bechata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran me'oma, v'yimaru. Please remain standing for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship. Unless you're playing an instrument.
I don't have very much. I'll do what I can, but I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Together. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Please be seated, everyone.
We join together in Ma'ariv Aravim, prayer for creation, especially the mixing of evening light and dark. And then we'll continue in the middle with roll into dark. So we join together in Hebrew, Baruch Atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah potech she'arim, ובתבונה משנה עיתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, במשמרותיה ברקיע כרצונו. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night.
El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai, HaMa'ariv Aravim. Please join me. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha Torah u'mitzvot
ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו ושוכבנו וקומנו נבירה בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. ונשמח בדברי תורתך ונחמנו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה.
ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Amen. As you were able, please rise as we prepare for the Shema. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. We will know that you are one. Shema, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem, here we go. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, ושבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. You got it.
I do.
They don't let me touch electronics. They're very smart. Together, love your God with every heartbeat,
with
every breath,
with
with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God.
Kids, anybody wants to come out with me for story, we're going to dance first and burn off a little steam, and then we're going to go out there. But anybody, we're going to do a huge circle dance.
But
first what? Teach us.
This is going to be the round version, so we're going to have to coordinate this whole round thing before we start.
Are they playing or am I playing? Oh,
They're playing.
Great. Okay, fine. Well, you come down here. This was the first Micha Mocha that Debbie Friedman ever wrote. It's still the most popular one in the school 30 years later. So, let's go. Well, you remember this. We're going to sing this. Wait. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh, Torah tehilot, Osef eleh, just this side, you lean down. Save your breath. Rest up. It's been a long week. Ready? Nedar b'kodesh, Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh, Norah tehilot, Osef eleh, Osef eleh, Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha. Everybody from the beginning, this last time. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai. Now follow me. Micha Mocha nedar b'kodesh. We'll see you in a bit. Run out this way. Oh, you run ahead of me if you want.
Adonai et Yaakov, galo miad chazak mimenu, baruch atah Adonai gal Yisrael. We turn to Hashkivenu, a prayer for peace and protection through the night. I need to hear all your voices. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Hamidenu shomrenu lechaim. Spread a shelter of your peace over us. Guide us Cool, come on up. You get to front the band singing Vishamru, a song for Shabbat.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות הברית עולם.
Yasher Koach. Everyone say Yasher Koach.
Yesh koach. Don't
Look,
go yet.
don't go anywhere quite yet.
Don't go yet.
Lillian, please come on up.
Oh, she has one.
Lillian has a gift for you from Party Board. Right into the mic.
Yeah, so as the rabbi just said, I'm here on behalf of Party Board to, first of all, give you this shirt, and second of all, to sort of welcome you into youth group, which you're now a part of, you know, now that you're like a Jewish adult, and also to encourage you to sign up for youth group events because you totally can, and especially for Sinai Under the Stars, which is next week. And then also to say Mazel Tov. So.
Thank you. So Lillian, what does PARTY stand for?
Pittsburgh Area Regional
Reform
Temple Youth. That's the one.
Right, and let's see how this shirt looks on you. I think that maybe you should wear it tomorrow. What do you think?
I love it.
Let's show it off. Yasher Koach and Mazel Tov, and we'll see more of you tomorrow morning at 10:30.
Beautiful job.
We turn now to our Amidah, to the standing portion, to the standing prayer, the central prayer of our service. Please rise as you are able. We begin with a meditation, asking God to open our mouths to declare God's praise.
Anna na 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 Adonai. Anna na 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 Svatai tiftach. Anna na 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 Ufi yagid. Ufi yagid Tehilatecha. Hananana Adonai. Hananana Svatai Tiftach. Hananana Ufi Agid Teilatecha. Hananana Adonai. Hananana Svatai Tiftach. Hananana Ufi Agid Teilatecha. Hananana Adonai. Hananana Svatai Tiftach. Hananana Ufi Agid Teilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot Umevii Geula Livnei B'neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozen Moshiach Umagin Baruch Atah Adonai Magin Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav LaHoshia Morish V'Ruach U'Morid HaGashem Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed Mechayei HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Zomech Noflim V'Rofech Olim U'Matir Hasurim U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Vichamocha Ba'al Gevurot U'Mido Melech Melech Memid U'Mechayeh U'Matzmiach Yeshua V'Ne'eman Ata L'Chayot HaKol Baruch Atah Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh U'Kadoshim U'Chol Yom Yahalelu Chasela Baruch Atah Adonai Hamel HaKadosh.
Please be seated. We join together in another prayer for Shabbat. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness which inspires sacred living, for
Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Prayer asking God to accept our prayers, ever-present one.
May we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we see you. In this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch Atah Adonai, Machazir Shechinato L'Tzion.
Prayer of gratitude, we join together. For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and hands, we offer praise. For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For life and nature, harmony and beauty. For the hope of tomorrow, all praise the source of being. Baruch Atah Adonai, Hatov Shimcha, Ulachana El Lehodot. We sing together a song for peace.
Shalom Rav, HaYisrael Amcha, Tasim, Tasim, Leolam. Shalom Rav, HaYisrael Amcha, Tasim, Tasim, Leolam. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים תשים לעולם. תשים תשים לעולם. תשים תשים לעולם.
With all of the prayers we've offered and songs we've sung, we still haven't taken the opportunity to share the prayers of our own hearts. And so I invite you now to speak those prayers, whisper those prayers, think of those prayers that are in your hearts as we offer our silent prayer.
Usually we would have a rousing Osa Shalom, but as much as I'm enjoying dancing and singing and playing, we have a wonderful guest that we want to hear from, and we don't want to take away all of his time, even as we're enjoying a kind of spirituality we could never achieve on our own, or never achieve just looking at a book. We've reached the point in our service where, what key? B, thank you. I mean like that? Let that be. Where we recognize that there are a lot of people here in this very room who are broken, or people who know others who are broken. Right now, at this very moment, there's somebody in a hospital room terrified about what might happen in just the next day. And there are those in a nursing home facing the prospect of a long weekend without even one visitor. And there are those who simply walk the earth with a stone in the heart, or face the daily battles of sobriety. And those who simply want to know who they are and where they're going in this world. We do the Mishaberach so that you can name names of those for whom you are concerned. And as I look at your part of the congregation, I encourage you to say a name. If you say the name in Hebrew, say it in the name of the mother, because healing in Judaism is in the name of mothers. But you don't have to say a name. You can hold that name tight in your heart. And you can sing with us. You can say amen. Or you can simply let the words and music wash over you. So as I'm looking at your part of the congregation, starting with the band, please feel free to say the name out loud, and don't raise your hand. Just call it out. Call it out.
Chava Batilli, Lee Fega, Lois Kaufman.
Paul Schwartz. Mi sheberach avoteinu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mikor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, I say, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Sit down now. My dear friend Michael Matchison called introductions one of the ordeals of civilization, and so we bypassed them years ago. We decided years ago we only invite friends to speak to us and teach us Torah. And friends don't need CV introductions. They need to be recognized for who they are and the Torah that's within them. So Rabbi Dr. Larry Hoffman has been a teacher of prayer and spirituality for more years than I can count. He has taught me the spirituality of a bumblebee. He's taught me the spirituality of a printing press and how that changes how we interface with God. He has taught me the spirituality of putting aside our preconceptions and opening our hearts to something that never was and never will be again, including this night and this community. I have to believe with all my heart that every one of you walked in here for a reason, and there will never be a time when all of you are here again. At this moment, in this frame, in this mind, in this heart, the person I trust to hold that with care and to share Torah is my teacher of Torah for my career, Rabbi Dr. Larry Hoffman. We don't applaud. We just say Baruch haba. 1, 2, 3. Here's your. We're going to outfit you here so you can walk around. Okay? What? Okay, so open your jacket and put this in your pocket.
How's that? Can you hear me? Oh boy, can you hear me? Whoa. I also don't do buttons. Even this button is hard. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. You can actually do better than that. Shabbat Shalom. I knew you could because I heard you singing before. I'm grateful to be here. More than I can tell you, actually. Your rabbi, Rabbi Gibson, has been a hero to me for a long, long time. I remember visiting here. He tells me it was 18 years ago. I think it was before that. But I remember at the time he was way ahead of his time. And I remember returning saying that here was a place that showed me what Judaism could be. Now you're probably thinking, oh, well, you probably say nice things about every rabbi and every congregation that you visit all over. And it's true, I try to say nice things about every congregation. Sometimes it's harder than others. But in fact, it is a real joy to come to a place and be able to see you, my colleague and friend. As I said to you in the hall, I feel a kinship with you, a spiritual kinship with you. And the idea that I could come here and share a Shabbat and a weekend with you in your congregation has meant a great deal to me. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for inviting me and introducing me to all of your friends here and these people who I know you love so dearly. So I look forward to spending time with you this weekend and sharing with you whatever I've picked up over the years, learning from you, bringing that back to my students in New York, where I teach at the Hebrew Union College. And I plan on doing that by telling you a story. It's a very long story. It's longer than the story that the rabbi told the kids, I can assure you. It's also even a better story, though I bet you that was a good story too. But this is a story, as you will see, in which you are the stars. I'm going to start off, first of all, by talking very briefly about people who have said that the story is about to come to an end. I'm talking about the story of the Jewish people. So actually, right this day, somebody said to me, well, you know, people aren't going to synagogue anymore. Aren't you aware of that? And well, you know, the next generation doesn't join. And well, you know, all about the millennials and all that. And well, you know, and on and on and on and on and on. And I kind of nodded, and I said, actually, I don't know. I do know all of that, but I don't know that you have the right conclusion. And the reason I was able to say that is that I go back long enough to remember other times when people said the same thing. It was back, first of all, about the 2000s when Newsweek ran a story about the demise of the Jewish people. And Newsweek wasn't the first, because I remember, I go back all the way to 1964, when Look, that was it, Look magazine ran a story. You remember that? Called the Disappearing American Jew. So here was Newsweek and Look magazine. And I like to say, we are still here. But you can't find Newsweek or Look very well on the stands anymore. So they got the story wrong. But actually, you know what? People have been saying that an awfully long time, because it turns out they were saying it back in the 1800s even. Not in English, but in German. And I don't speak German, and if I did, I'd probably get the accent wrong. But I know that there were conversations back then about, don't you know, it's a modern time. Don't you know, there's no hope for Jews anymore. Don't you know, it's time for us to come to an end. Then the difference was the people who were don't you knowing were frequently Jews themselves who at the time were thinking maybe it was time to come to an end. I mean, they'd lived in ghettos and the ghettos were gone, and now look, modernity, university, all that great stuff, why they could someday be citizens. And people began to wonder if maybe the time had come. But the time hadn't come then. It didn't come in the 1950s and the 2000s, and it's not here now. So I'm going to tell you a story with a very good ending. I don't know what the ending is exactly, because you're going to make it. And I'm here this weekend to help you plan the next chapter in the Jewish story. A chapter that is being written all over this magnificent country of ours, and in fact all over the world. And it's time to focus on what the ending might be for our time, knowing there is no real ending. We're just writing the next chapter. I'm going to invite you into a writing exercise. I want you to write the next chapter. And I can tell you that the next chapter, I know enough about it to know, the next chapter has to do with synagogues. I have been a student of synagogues now for some 30 or 40 years. I have actually traveled, I don't know how many synagogues by now, but I know that in America, especially, synagogues matter profoundly, profoundly. And we ought to wonder, how did it get here? What was the synagogue like when it started? And, well, I think of it as a question of the once and future synagogue. Because the people in Germany were the ones who started the idea that they'd make modern synagogues, and we're still doing it. So I'm going to tell you a story about synagogue life especially. My instructions, of course, here and now in this sanctuary are to be very brief. I'm supposed to say enough that will interest you so you'll stay later. But not so much that you know the whole story. You won't come back. So what do I say exactly? I'm going to tell you just the beginning chapter. In those days in Europe, it wasn't actually Germany, it was in France. How is it that the modern synagogue, as it were, got started? And it's an amazing story. You'll never guess who started it. Who's responsible for modern Reformed synagogues? Napoleon is the right answer. Because Napoleon called together all the great people in France who were Jewish, celebrated with them the possibility of maybe Jews could be French citizens. And he said to them very simply, these were 70 people, really smart people. I mean, you know, the best and the brightest. And he gathered them together in like a Sanhedrin, a group of great Jews who would make the future. And he said to them, look, you can have a place here, but only on condition. I mean, you have to decide, what are you? Are you a nationality? Then there's no room for you. Are you kind of some odd group or other that has its own laws? Then there's no room for you. But if you're a religion, I've got this idea that we can have a republic and many different religions. If you're a religion, then you can stay. Now, these were really the smartest Jews of their time. And we know that because it took them no time at all to discover that they were a religion. And they answered, here we are, the Jewish religion. And they stayed. And the only problem was they didn't know exactly what a religion was. They had opted into something without knowing what the something was because there was not yet a word for religion in Hebrew. They knew they were a people. But that wasn't on the multiple choice test that Napoleon gave them. And so they said they would be a religion, and then they had to figure out what it was. And they looked around, and they saw Protestants and Catholics, and they said, oh, I get it. We get things like that. We sort of have something like that a little bit. We can probably morph it into one of those things. And the next thing you know, the modern synagogue was born. They brought that idea to these shores, not directly from France, as I say, but from Germany as well. And the Western idea of Judaism as a religion was born. Just out of interest. By contrast, I want you to consider Eastern Europe. How many people here, first of all, trace their roots somehow to Germany, Central Europe in the 19th century? Put your hand up high. Let's take a look. You're going to look around the room so you see how many. All right. How many people here trace your roots to Eastern Europe, more or less? Guess who wins? Many more Jews came from Eastern Europe. So you might ask yourself, how is it then that Eastern European Jews are here? Or better, what did the Eastern European Jews do? Did they have modern synagogues too? And the answer is they did not by and large. And you know why? Because Napoleon didn't get as far as Eastern Europe. He never gave them that choice. When Jews in Eastern Europe reached modernity, they said they wanted to be like all the other peoples of Eastern Europe. They knew that there were Georgians and there were Latvians and there were White Russians and you know all those groups. And they thought, oh, we're like them. So they knew that they had a language, they called it Yiddish. They knew that they had customs and ceremonies and jokes and food, such as it was. And they knew they had all that stuff, but what they didn't have was a land. So the next thing was they wanted to be like the Georgians and the Ukrainians. They'd have a land. They didn't become, therefore, religion. They became Zionists. So we had these two great modern ideas of what it would be like for Jews in modernity to take their medieval story, which was going to come to an end, and for good reason. And what would it be like to transport these two great ideas into the modern world? And one of them was, we're a people, we've got a land, Israel. And the other one was, yeah, but we're a religion, and we're going to have a place, too, in the modern world outside of Israel. Well, we now live at a time when these two have come together, and they're both changing dramatically. My interest tonight is our story, our half of that equation. So afterward, I invite you to join me. It's a fascinating story of how the synagogue has developed. And frankly, this is your life, American Jews. At the end, I'm going to talk about our time now and the challenges that face us, but the great opportunities. I hope by the end of tonight, I will have convinced you that we live in a window of opportunity, such as we have never had before. I hope by the end of tonight, I will have convinced you that the future is indeed bright. I hope by the end of tonight, I will help you see that the synagogue is being reborn as the Jewish people here in America are being regenerated. I hope by the end of tonight, some of even the problems will look like solutions to you. And then tomorrow, I'm going to continue and talk about spirituality tomorrow morning. I'll be working with your board some tomorrow afternoon, talking about with them, working out how this very synagogue can be part of the future. And then finally, I invite you to Sunday morning. I never run a talks, apparently. And I hope you want to join me then when we talk about why people will be Jewish in the next generation and what it will look like. So in the meantime, hey, I'm really happy to be here with you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. So I have to say this with a warning. We're running a little bit late, not too late. We're going to finish in the next 10 minutes, and then we have Oneg Shabbat. We have lots of sweets and goodies and things like that. Please enjoy yourself. Thank you for the Brislaki family for helping to support this, and Women at Temple Sinai, and those who are working on the 70th anniversary of our congregation. We're so delighted that all these things come together. The chapel upstairs, where we're going to have a more serious talk, holds about 100 people. So let's see how many people want to be there. I'm willing to sit on the floor. We'll move in more chairs if we have to. But I don't know, Larry, you whet my appetite. I want to hear the next chapter of the story. I think that what you've experienced tonight is part of that ongoing story in new ways that were never imagined when my grandmother ran from the Orthodox congregation in Hudson, New York. And I'll tell you, just really brief. She ran she was sitting in the women's balcony, and she didn't mind that the women were talking fashion and gossip. It was when she leaned over during the Torah service and saw the men were talking ball scores and stock prices. She said, for this I have to be separated, and she ran in 1916 to the Reformed congregation in Albany, and I'm a third-generation Reformed Jew who's on the next set of wonderful innovations that we hope to have. Not just in Reform, but in Masorti and Conservative Judaism, Reconstructionist, renewal. It is all reviving and renewing itself. So I do have a list of announcements. I will be drawn and quartered if I don't do these announcements. So I ask you to bear with me. So cantorial music is underwritten in part by a generous grant from Edgar Snyder, and mostly musical Shabbat is underwritten in part by a grant from Larry and Betty Rich. We want to thank all of our volunteers this Shabbat, the volunteers for dinner and the volunteers who ushered and greeted people. We want to thank the Brzezinski family, as I said. Philip, tomorrow, 10:30, be there, okay? 8:30 in the morning, we have Torah study. 9:15, we have our minyan in the Barnett Chapel. Tonight, we will engage with Rabbi Hoffman in the Barnett Chapel afterwards. Tomorrow at 4:30, for little ones, there is the glow-in-the-dark family Havdalah from 4:30 to 5:30. I hope a lot of people glow in the dark with you, Rabbi Gorban. Now, 9:30 to 12 on Sunday is the Women at Temple Sinai Marketplace gift sale. And are you doing Bereshit this week?
No.
Okay, we'll skip that one then. On Wednesday the 7th, we're going to have an informational meeting about my trip to Israel on June 25th. It may very well be my last trip with you, so I hope that you do not bypass the opportunity to come with me and see Israel through my eyes. New experiences. I always add new experiences, and I hope that you will join me. On Friday the 9th, there is Sinai Under the Stars for our kids, 7th grade teens. Our teens, 7th through 12th grade. For more information, see Roz Knapp. Mini Minion with Canna Berman, who will have her voice back next week, I promise you, I hope. Sunday, the 10th of December and January 28th. Hanukkah dinners 2 weeks from tonight. Register online. Adults are $10. Children 3 to 12 are $5. And we're having good food. It's not the food you would get for $10. We're subventing the cost to give you really good food.
The Women of Temple Sinai Cookbook has arrived and is available in the Temple gift shop. The Chai Mitzvah group is no, we're not doing Chai Mitzvah. Sheer Joy with Cantor Berman. Are you doing
We
this?
are doing Chai Mitzvah, but
Forget the announcement. We have Mazel Tovs. Where's Paula and Tal? Is the baby here? Wonderful. Zev was born November 24th. He's the brother of Harley Weinman. Harley was the intrepid rabbi-to-be wandering around the Bima before, and the grandson of Barbara Abramovitz, Stephen Abramovitz, Mark and Ofra Weinman, and the great-grandson of Faye Abramovitz, and the wonderful son of Paula and Tal. Lauren and Michael Koblenz were here earlier with their one-week-old girl, Hannah Lillian Koblenz, who was born the 26th of November, the little sister of Rebecca Koblenz. Carol and Rick Rosenthal are grandparents again. Clara Evelyn. People are beginning to be named Clara again. This is beyond me, but that's a whole other thing. She was born November 27th, and Deborah Knox. James Orion de Armendi. Did I get that right? Orion. And you're going to give him a belt. Okay. Born November 30th. We're so delighted that we always say, oh my gosh, we're older, but we're having all these babies, which is so much fun and so wonderful. So we're going on to Aleinu. I love that announcement. If you are able to, please rise where you are for our concluding set of prayers. Aleinu leshabech ladon hakol, latekru la'leotzecha breshit, shelo asanu kagoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishmechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol amonam, v'anachnu kor'im, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו It's our custom here at Temple Sinai to recognize mourners. So if I read the name of somebody whose yahrzeit it is and you're a mourner, please rise in their honor. And we'll also read those who have died in more recent days. At the end, we'll all stand together with our mourners, so our mourners are not standing alone. This week, we remember with great love Edward Bolston, Martin Boninger, and Minnie Boninger, Rose Bovich, Jack Braver, and Sophie Brody, Seymour Donner, Ben Edelstein, and R. Ben Fairman, Stuart T. Ginsburg and Harry Gomberg, Nathan Goodman and Faye Gottfried, Anna G. Greenberg, Sally Hutner and Kenny Jacob, Stephen Calson, Jonathan Karp, Madeline Keller, Cy Kelman, Wallace Korenman, Zena Krongaz, and Milton Cooperstock, Nathan Lebov, Hyman Levinson, and Samuel M. Levinson, Ruth Levitt, Bernard Levy, and Samuel Margolis, Zelda Merenstein and Lloyd Michael, Ilsa Moser, Pearl Perlberg and Ilsa Plaut, Saul Podolsky and Martin Reb, Harold Lazar Rolbin, Roselle Roth, Adolf Rothschild, and Margaret Schwartz, Herman Schwartz, Maxine Scott, and Linda Siddig Miles, Sherwin Smalley, Harriet Smith, and Reuben Snyderman, Mary Soberaj, Max Stoff, and Richard Wilson. And now we remember those whose recent death we still mourn. Henny Urians Mayer, the mother of Joop Offerman, who died in Holland. Beatrice Klofsky, the mother of Terry Kennedy. Catherine Gordon, the mother of Jeffrey. Paul Marcus Kosman, the husband of Agnes and the father of Deborah. Yona Wilf, the great aunt of Rabbi Karen Gorbin. Rabbi Marcus Burstein, and Mervyn Daniels. It is my sad duty to announce the death of two members of our congregation, Dan Rosenthal, the father of Joel. That funeral will be 1 o'clock on Monday at Ralph Sugar Chapel. And one of our longest standing members, Frida Safian, who died at 92 today, and she will be buried in a graveside ceremony at 1 o'clock at Temple Sinai Memorial Park on Monday. All of them we take into our hearts, and we rise with our mourners now and stand with them in support and in love. All who will may join in Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yikadash Shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yomad yivrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. B'agala v'zman kari v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olamei amaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yinaseh. Yitadar, Yitaleh, Yitalal, Shmei Kudsha.
Bricha.
Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran b'yoma v'yamru.
Amen.
Yehei shlam araba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav. Uya aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru.
Amen.
May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, upon all of Israel, upon a shattered world desperately in need of healing, upon all of us who still mourn our beloved dead, as together we say.
Amen.
Amen. Is this yours?
No.
Is this
No.
No.
It's not. Okay, we're not going to throw that. I was going to throw it to you. Well, I'll tell you what. Why doesn't everybody rise, even if you haven't risen yet, if you're able to? And there's Joan Stein. Look at that. So this is a version. I think, isn't this, who's this by again?
Noam Katz.
Well, this is Noam Katz. Okay, hallelujah is the imperative of saying hallelujah. So if you don't know the hallelujah part, do the hallelujah part, and there are the words. And afterwards, we'll have a brief benediction and the blessing over food, so we might enjoy Oneg Shabbat.
I need
Okay, you really do it. You have to clap. And by the way, friends don't let friends clap on 1 and 3. That was a musical note.
Hallelujah, nafshi et Adonai. Hallelujah, nafshi et Adonai. Hallelujah, nafshi et Adonai. Hallelujah, nafshi et Adonai. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, Adonai bechayai. Azamera Elohai be'odi. Hallelujah, Adonai bechayai. Azamera Elohai. Azamera Elohai. Azamera Elohai be'odi. Hallelujah, nafshi et Adonai. Hallelujah, nafshi et Adonai. Hallelujah, nafshi et Adonai. Hallelujah, nafshi et Adonai. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Bruchim atem b'voachem, bruchim atem b'tzeitchem, me'tav olam. May you be blessed every place you come into God's world. May you be blessed everywhere you go as well. As together we say,
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei mizonot. Praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who makes animal crackers. As together we say, Amen. Shabbat shalom. (8:45) we'll be assembling upstairs. I feel so bad for you.